Okay, so I was about to enter this fight. Uh, okay, so I need to get these guys. Okay. According to my recollection, um, the guys who I meet here do not actually show up as allies, but rather as neutral. Yep, okay. So... Oh, I forgot to give myself C invisibility, didn't I? That's kind of useful in this fight. Right. For some reason, Mind Sanctuary breaks Sanctuary from what I remember, so can't use it. Okay, yeah. Okay, thankfully I should have pretty good perception, because I, like, stacked Wisdom for cleric purposes. Don't have proficiency in it, though. That's not ideal. Very nice. Damn, dude. Guess I'm not as good at seeing these guys as I'd hoped. Now my ghouls are splitting up, that's annoying. Okay. That did a whole lot, eh? Why is it using my intelligence? And high spellcasting? Huh? Dude had the ability to smite the paralyzed guy and chose not to. I see how it is. Okay, so... I think these guys are most likely to get targeted still. I'll see if I can improve my ability to see them with Bless. Not entirely sure if this works. No, it doesn't seem like it changed anything. So it uses my spell save DC but for int for some reason. That is quite weird. Now he failed against being seen, but he still went invisible. Dude, what the fuck? What are you doing? If he killed my ghoul there, I'm pretty sure the explosion kills him. We... Okay. Guess he's completely blocked. Oh. Okay, so you are going to die. Four Reapers of Ball left. Probably don't need to burn anything else. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes it like actually stops me and sometimes it doesn't. Paladin is still Paladin. fact that it'll go like, oh, they failed a saving throw against being seen and then proceed to fucking uh, stealth anyways is like kind of insane. Wonder how this works. Hmm. So that made me lose my uh yeah, so that I guess they ate my temp HP because I kept it after transforming, huh? Wait. I Huh, okay. I did not realize that worked different from other shapeshifts. That is pretty bad. Wow. Okay. That is a lot worse than I thought it was. Interesting. Um, okay, so let's cast See Invis. Recover the spell slot. I don't have the Amulet of Restoration because I did not kill the Warden in Act 2. So that's not the best. Um, feel like I I feel like my ghouls, or yeah, I feel like I need to keep some more of these allies alive so that I can um actually like find the enemies, because I'm still not entirely sure how it works, but for some reason, like me finding them is extremely inconsistent. Bonk. Dude, what the hell is this guy doing? He's a paladin. He could have just like fucking smited. Decided that, I guess that was not the move for some reason. Failed a saving throw against Scene, huh? Fucking checks out, I guess. Sure. He blew up my ghoul, huh? Smart dude. Very smart. I suppose if the AI decides to repeatedly slip on the ice, then Ice Knife might actually be a real spell. Don't think I've ever done that before. Man, these guys are really fucking annoying, aren't they?
Hello, hello.
Hello? Who's here?
Sorry, I'm new. This is just like a general voice chat, right?
Yeah.
This isn't like a specific one? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. If you want me to stream, like,
I mean,
what
you
I'm
don't
doing,
have to.
okay.
I was just, I just, no one else was on any of my other Discords, so I
Alright.
figured
Yeah,
someone was on, so.
I have been doing a Pacifist Baldur's Gate 3 run, so,
Fascinating. I've been meaning to get that game, but I've been waiting for it to go on sale because I am cheap.
yeah,
Cheap.
reasonable. Uh, yeah, so I've got the YouTube link in self-promo, but that's like on a delay, so if you want to watch, I'll also just stream it on Discord.
No, you should be good. I was just, I'm probably actually, I actually found this Discord through, I have a old copy of Falsebound Kingdom that I played a lot as a kid, but it's to the point where, it, barely runs. It's just so old and there's so many scratches in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't feel like buying another copy for the GameCube, so I just looked up, an emulator for it, And then I found out someone made a Kaizo hack for it, and I'm like, oh, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have no, like, I beat the game a lot as a kid, but like at a certain point, like you know what you're doing. Like the regular game really isn't too hard after like you get the hang of it.
Yeah, it is like honestly kind of a meme how easy it is in the server. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
I can imagine that. I remember struggling a little bit with it, but like the game came out in like what 2002. Like I could barely read when the game came out,
yeah.
and I still managed to beat a story mode, like not knowing like abilities. I didn't even know items were a thing for this game. Like it was just like your first run through of Pokemon, just
Yep.
mash attack and win.
Yeah, dude. When I played Falsebound as a kid, I didn't even like know about the optional recruitments. I literally
Oh
just
yeah,
like
no.
charged straight through the game. Like
Mm-hmm. And like
was
battles are ending, and I'm like, why do the battles keep ending? Like I didn't even put together like what action points were.
okay. I at least did figure out that the stars meant something, but
I was
yeah.
like, I was like somewhere between like 4 and 7 when I first played this game. Like I was really young.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, no, I've been playing through the. I've actually been in his Discord a while. I never actually like there was like the welcome section, and then it was like click this button to get access to the server, and I just never did that.
Ah.
I don't know why. I don't know if I just forgot about it, but I picked up the Kaizo hack again a couple days back.
I have
And
heard that like from Tom, the guy who like made the mod and runs the server, that there's
oh,
a
one of the
very
modders.
yeah, there's like a large number of people who just never like uh click the button.
Well, part of it's too because like none of my friends play this game right now. They're
Mhm.
just like, what are you talking about? Like this sounds
Yeah.
like it's a turn-based Yu-Gi-Oh RPG. Like what? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like the 2000s were a weird time for gaming. But then I found this Discord, and I'm like, oh look, there's like 2,500 other people that are like basically obsessed with this same game I was obsessed with as a kid.
Mhm.
Hey, go.
Welcome.
How we doing?
Oh, hey Xenom, you want me to stream it?
Sure. I'm not sure how long I'm waiting on King for something, but
Okay.
watch some
Yeah, I'll just throw
Pokemon.
this up. Yeah, so I just finished this fight here, which got me a level, which is quite welcome. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so, uh, it, yeah, I think last time you were around where you saw, like, up until I entered the fight, right?
It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it has. Uh, it,
Hello, I am new. You can call me Dilden.
Welcome.
This is another reason I haven't gotten Baldur's Gate 3 yet, because like it looks really fun, but like people are like, oh yeah, like a playthrough might take you like 100 hours, and I'm like, oh, I've got a lot of other games I need to play before I can sink 100 hours into something.
it really
But
just
then
depends on, like, how much of the game you decide to do.
that's fair. I'm sure playthroughs after the first probably go faster once you know the mechanics and stuff. You kind of know what you're going for.
Or the first goes really fast if you just like uh
Rush through. You just
don't
like
like
kind.
actively seek out side content and like don't look it up either.
Hmm.
All right, well we're gonna quit out of the emulation real quick because I just went into this battle without checking what my teams looked like, and I was drinking the last time I played, so they might be pretty scrambled.
Understandable.
Yeah. I mean,
But also, this game is a lot quicker if you've ever played D&D 5 5th edition.
Okay,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
that makes
Everything
sense.
is
True.
the same, so it's like
all the feats
You
and
know,
stuff do roughly the same thing,
well,
stuff
it's
like
yeah,
that.
the feats like the spells are like the big thing. A friend of mine who played the game hasn't ever played Dungeons and Dragons, so he had to read every single spell, and I just kind of went, "Oh, I know what that one does. That one's the good one."
Yeah, one really annoying thing about like that I found out about this fight though. Okay, scrolling up is annoying, but sometimes they would pass the save, or sometimes they would like fail the save to for hiding, and it still wouldn't reveal them. Like it would just say in the log like they failed a save against scene, and then they're not revealed.
Hmm.
Game's just like, yeah, fuck you.
Hmm.
Okay, I suppose I did have a question. Have you guys played through the Kaizo hack, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
within the last update or so? Okay. Is it just, like, known that, like, um, item requirements are, like, player specific? That the, enemies, like, just don't have to follow
Oh,
them?
yeah, that is part of Kaizo.
Okay, because I didn't know that, because I'm like, oh, this has level 30 requirements. They're not going to be able to use it.
Yeah, no,
Oh, no, my wife got mad.
so so important to know because it doesn't just stop there. Um, the enemies can equip any items, regardless of like, they can equip like a machine booster even if they're not a machine. They can equip like,
And they get the boost from it
and they
Yeah.
too.
get the boost from it.
Oh
So
wow,
Monsters that
the
don't have
requirement.
the ability to use magic might still have magic.
oh no, I've seen that one
Yeah.
before.
So all the
Like a guy's black
requirements.
dragon hit me with a Hitmonchan. I'm like, what? what?
Yeah.
All the
Basically, the
requirements are
item
just for
requirements.
equipment. Yeah, just to
Yeah,
equip it,
they
not
stop
to
you
use
from
it.
putting it on. Yeah, once
Okay,
it's
okay.
on, you can use it. So theoretically, if you had a way to cheat an item into your inventory, you'd be able to use it too.
I did notice that too because I was playing on 1.2. Like that's how long ago I first downloaded the hack. And then when I went to update it to the recent one because I was noticing there was some discrepancies. I had some items on under level 5 monsters that had level 5 requirements, but until I took them off the monster and let me keep them, it's really weird actually. I guess they just didn't expect people to try to carry over saves, or I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the expectation is that you're gonna start over because like
Yeah.
like there are monsters that just don't
Oh,
exist in the game
oh, I
anymore.
know one of my monsters just like got turned into Stardust Dragon, and I'm like, oh, that's
Hmm.
weird. But I was only like 3 or 4 missions in, so if it would have corrupted my save, I would have just restarted, and I would not have been that worried about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm having a blast with the Kaizo hack so far. It's certainly harder than the base
Hmm.
game. I could do the base game pretty much with my eyes closed, like just like
Uh-huh.
1 or 2 marshals, just kind of forehead your way through it. Like,
Hmm.
that is not the case with this Kaizo hack. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I find myself using um normally I have like 4 like actual teams right now, um just to like, and I usually like 3 of them will die by the end of a level. It
Hmm.
I knew I was in for a rough time when Heishin had a black skull dragon for his boss monster. Just not fused into one. He just like had black skull
Yep.
dragon pre-fused in his team. And I'm like, oh,
He's one
I
of the
see.
easier bosses.
Oh no, and yeah, that's like a third of the way through the regular story maybe, and I'm just like, oh, this is
Hmm.
gonna get rough. And then there's that one rare hunter when you're
Oh yeah.
rescuing like Teo that has
Hmm.
just Slifer, and I'm like, what is going on?
Hmm.
I just had to cannon fodder everyone but Yugi to soften it up before I took it out with Yugi. Like,
Hmm.
oh, good times.
Now do that in Draft League.
I Draft League looks interesting, but I don't think, like, maybe after I've played through the 3 Kaizo story modes, like I have more experience with the hack.
Hmm.
Um, because I definitely do not have enough experience right now. I'm not very good at this game.
Yeah, there were,
Fair.
there were like a fair number of people who were going into it blind, and I think that's part of the reason why we've been having like issues with um like the I guess like balancing. Uh,
Oh, it's a party again.
yeah. So like we would have uh like every time we would have people who were finishing like flawlessly or nearly flawlessly, and other people who were just like uh fully wiping like halfway through the game.
I mean, look, Cheesy exists, all right. We have
Yeah.
to. He's gonna keep signing up.
Who's cheesy? Is he like local legend, just flawless
He's
as
the
everything?
only one who lost a monster on mission 1 in the last draft league season. I think he's the only one.
So
Yeah, I think
that's
last season, yeah.
not a good thing, I'm assuming.
No, he's not very good.
Okay, but if he has fun, like
Yeah.
that's all
Oh
there
yeah,
is to
yeah.
it.
I mean, he signs up every season, so I'm pretty sure he has fun with it.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
I really like that they included a hack that gives you all the monsters right from the start of a campaign. If you want to, if you just want to like build whatever team you want, that's really nice.
Well, that I don't. Did that AR code exist before Kaizo, or is that did they like
I'm
make
not
that?
sure. I am not sure.
that AR code, yeah, that AR code like works for base game as well.
Oh, does it? Cool.
Yeah. Uh, dude, I don't. Oh wait, it's that house, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah. All I want is I want it to be a recurring joke that Zazen gets bodied by Kaiba every season. Would just make me so happy if Face Off just continues to gatekeep him.
I mean, he got past it this season, didn't he?
Yeah, but did he really?
I mean, I guess
What
it
if he
was the
had like
team season.
half a team? He had like half a team left and crashed out on the next mission. Like he limped across Kaiba.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
That's like
enough.
getting owned by the Elite Four just to like link into the champions room and just get obliterated.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Except instead of it being like the Elite Four, it's like I don't know, uh, the Team Rocket grunts before you get like through before you get to Giovanni.
That was going to be my next question. Was what am I in for like a casual playthrough of Kaizo? Like, am I gonna make it through this without having to repeat missions, or like by the end of this, is this gonna get?
It's gonna get rough.
If
You're
you
gonna want to use the grinding when you can.
you should
So pretty much fight
probably
everyone you can in a mission. Take every town, buy the items. Really stock up when you can.
I mean, buy the items that you need. You know, don't have to be like me when I was a kid and buy like blue meds every single mission you find them.
No,
Have like 30.
I've been stocking up on a lot of like quick items, just because I would assume the power boost is decent. But I also like I'm still like in the habit of like I throw like I have like a warrior team and a spellcaster team, and I'm realizing like some of the items I don't know if they added them or they were in base game or what, but they make it so certain creatures always crit against certain creatures, and it seems to really not incentivize building one archetype teams.
So it depends on the team. There are some monsters that can always be crit, but warriors, beasts, and machines, there's no item that does that.
Okay.
So, like, if you have a full warrior team, there's no item that automatically crits them.
you
Yeah,
also
no,
can just not run the dragon team into the Sword of Dragon Soul enemy. Like there's usually there's usually not very many of those, like at most one per mission or something, so like
the fact that the game lets you check what items and stuff the opponent has before you fight them is very nice.
mhm.
Very nice. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I really remember from base game is that well, a lot of stuff's changed. They changed how magic abilities and stuff work. But was that Teya's team was really good in the base game. The combination of being able to blind everything and then being able to buff your fairies or spirits and then just being able to like wreck house with them was amazing. Um, I have no idea if that's gonna hold true though. There was one Scott fight that I did where he had like two like Cybermen that had status guard, and it just like totally derailed my strategy.
Oh, you mean the moisture creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are you haven't seen the worst version of that fight if you haven't completed the game yet.
No, no, I have not. Right now I'm running on Yugi. I'm running King of the Mythical Beasts, with a Horn of the Unicorn on it. So it stuns and confuses, or it confuses and blinds. A Dark Magician because I don't know
Yeah,
flavor.
makes sense.
And then the Illusionary Gentleman.
Okay.
Because it can lower attack, it can hit everything, it can blind people.
Yeah.
It's got like 9 action points at level 45 on Yugi right now.
Hmm.
I've got 2 books of the secret arts on it because I just don't have better items for it at the moment. So it hits pretty hard. But again, I don't like. I'm just using like base game strategy, pretty much hoping that I'll learn the difficulty curve faster than it gets harder.
Yeah, I mean if you're using a permafuse monster, it shouldn't be too hard for you.
Is the Illusionary Gentleman a permafuse monster?
No, you said you're using the are you not using Chimera? Was that not what you said?
No,
Gazelle.
Gazelle. I didn't
Oh,
know.
okay. Yeah, never mind.
Can you permafuse monsters in this?
So if you use that code that unlocks everything, it unlocks the
Oh,
fusion.
okay, that makes sense. No, I did not use the code on this playthrough. I just wanted to see what the Kaizo hack gives you as you go through.
Yeah, I mean with that kind of team, then I would say that Gazelle's probably the weak link.
Yeah, I've been waiting for another, probably like another spellcaster or something to replace him with, or like a really strong warrior.
I mean, there's always DMG.
Oh, when did I get? Yeah, I must have picked him up on mission or 2 ago.
So Gaia still shows up on Face Off.
I think. Okay, I'm not sure what mission I'm on. I did have one more question before I left this team building. So when you add marshals, the gold value typically goes up. My question is that like the cost of your team? Is it taking that out of your gold reserves?
It's taking it out of your winnings on the mission.
Oh. But it's not affecting any gold you had before you go into the mission?
Yeah.
No.
That is correct.
Okay. Because I was wondering about that, because I'm like, I like, it doesn't tell you how much gold you have before you enter the mission. So I guess that makes sense, because they still want to incentivize you to capture pounds and stuff. Yeah, but they have to make there be some penalty for just bringing as many people as possible every time. Okay, that's good to know.
I'm suddenly feeling like it's gonna be really hard to keep Mayrina alive. Okay, let's just start with one of these.
Oh, you're making me take Fizz-Diz? I don't want to take Fizz-Diz.
Nah, Fizz-Diz is goated. You get discount.
Yeah, but you get discount from Duke Devlin, too.
Yeah.
I don't know, I haven't used Fizz-Diz like all game. He's still at level 1.
Fizz-Diz is a chick.
Is it? Are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, have you seen? You should see. Like you should see Griff's.
I was about to say, is there fan art?
In Griff's, Griff used a custom skin for Mai, which made her like a rather interesting Fizz-Diz. Cause we didn't have Fizz-Diz in the draft league, so I guess like I don't know, Griff is just a simp or something.
Wait. Is Duke Devlin in the base game? He's not.
No.
They replaced Esperoba?
Yeah.
They replaced Esperoba and also made Duke show up way earlier.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I'm at 10 marshals already, so like that's it. But I'm like, I'm positive Duke was not in the base game. But no, you get Esperoba like 3 missions before the end of the base game,
You
don't
you get you get him at the end of the third to last mission, so you have him for a total of 2 missions in Yugi. And they were just like, yeah, he shows up with Jinzo, but like, you don't have the time to grind him or to like do
No.
anything meaningful with him. So it's like, all right, no one's gonna run him.
Should probably swap teams around. I don't really need to bring Tristan and Teo. Generate more money. I found that you don't end up with just piles of money in this one like you do with the base one. You're constantly
Oh.
spending it on stuff.
That sounds like a skill issue.
I mean,
ended the
it
last draft
probably
league
is.
with over 20K.
It probably is a skill issue. I don't know, like, the optimal items to buy.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're playing casually, you kind of have to build around multiple monsters instead of like just the teams that you start with.
I was about to say, I'm assuming in Draft League you end up with like 2 or 3 teams, and that's what you have for the game, pretty much.
So you draft 18 monsters, so 6 marshals.
Because I'm assuming the
yeah.
maximum you need for a certain mission is 6 total marshals.
No, that's just the amount they decided was like the ideal number for drafts. Lets you get the full 8 people in.
Yeah.
Without like having to overlap monsters. But typically you end up devolving to probably like 3, maybe 4 teams if you got good ones. And then at least 2 teams of, backup mons.
Might be worth it, yeah. Sure. No, I'm on, mostly asking about, like, quality of life stuff that I legitimately didn't know, playing the game before. But, like, as for, like, what's actually, like, competitively viable, I have no interest in finding out until, I complete the main stories of the Kaizo and stuff. Because it's supposed to be a 90% blank playthrough. I've already missed out on one of the Harpy Lady random spawns. Because she's like, oh, show up with one of my sisters, and I'm like, I benched my team the moment they gave it to me. Like, I don't know what you want from me.
I get you. There is a spoiler-free document on like when to find the monsters.
Okay, that's fair.
That most people end up using, because it'll just tell you like, hey, you will get a monster if you go to this place. With and most of them aren't as specific as a Harpy, but
yeah, no, I figure just a majority of the major ones I'll probably get just by wandering around. I would hope anyway.
I mean, it depends on how much. A lot of them are pretty out of the way. That if you were just gonna like go to the bases and fight the people, that you probably won't find.
That's fair. I know. It does seem like they moved up some like random encounter spawns and stuff to be earlier in the game to make them more viable.
Oh yeah, very importantly, you no longer need to play like multiple campaigns to get like the battle guards and shit like that.
Yeah, that was really bad in the base game. You had to play through both campaigns to get certain team monsters.
You'd have to play through like Yugi, then Kaiba, then Joey, and then Yugi again, and it's like, dude, are you fucking serious?
I think didn't you have to do the same thing for the Gemini elves?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude, can these guys just hurry up and kill him already? I'm running out of counter spells.
Playing Blue and Magic. I am running out of counter spells. Can we hurry this one up a little bit?
There we go. Yeah, dude, I'm not allowed to actually like do damage myself. I need to rely on like any AI controlled allies.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Do you
did
have
say
like
it was a pacifist run.
Yep.
Do you have that staff of bless? You could, give him a little power boost.
I mean that still.
Probably a
I
pretty.
don't actually remember if I have that.
I know it's early.
I know that I like. I'm pretty sure I just sold it because I was like, I can just cast bless.
Fair.
Because it still takes concentration when you cast it with the staff, right?
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, are you? Well, I guess you usually. Now, what do you usually use your concentration on? Because it's not sanctuary.
I have not been. I don't think I've. Oh, I think it's usually haste if I have like an actually useful ally.
That makes sense.
Um, in particular, this was how I got through the Githyanki fight. Haste was very crucial there.
Okay, I have one more question. Are fusions actually viable in the Kaizo?
Yeah.
Am I like wasting? Okay, I'm not like wasting good synergy by like pairing, actually giving creatures polymerization and stuff.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? And this is minor spoiler, but not really. There is an item that is better polymerization.
Fusion gate. Yeah, I think I got one.
Yeah. So like that's 3 uses of polymerization per mission.
I know in the base game, like I'm pretty sure you only get poly in Kaiba's mode, and you can get like 1 or 2 of them. Well, no, I think you can buy them late game from a specific shop too.
Probably.
But like you get them so late that like by the time you get them, like you usually the only fusion monsters you have are
Yeah.
the blue eyes anyway. So I've never really experimented with other um,
Yeah, but
fusions.
fusions have been made better in general,
Okay.
whereas a lot of them are very fast now, which means they used to be very slow. So you'd fuse and then the enemy would all get another turn because it resets turn order. Now the fusions are almost guaranteed to go first after fusing.
Oh, I've noticed that. I'm like, oh cool, they used a move to get a fusion. I'll probably get an attack off. No.
Yeah, you still don't get to equip them with things, unless you're perma-fusing them with cheat.
Yeah.
But most of them are still very good.
I've been utilizing Beaver Warrior since like day 1 because they gave him super stamina and armor and bulwark and like I don't know.
Yeah, he's a sleeper.
He's such a
bad.
tank. He's such a tank. He hit level 25, and with like armor and bulwark, his defense shot up to like 5,000, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy.
Still laughing at Havoco's shield and sword team that never was.
Oh yeah. That was.
By the way, I've been playing the randomizer a lot the past since Draft League. Does Shrink not populate and randomize shops?
It might just have might just have like super low odds or something. I don't know.
Maybe I've done over 10 campaign runs since Draft League ended. I don't think I've seen it in a single time.
Oh, I guess it could. So I remember there were like a couple placeholder items in the base game. Perhaps the randomizer was like because it was coded for base game, it like avoided the IDs for the placeholders, and they might have used them to add like extra items into the game.
They're so randomized.
Yes, although it's not really, it doesn't work great with Kaizo, but one of the things that it does work with is the shops.
Okay.
So you can open all shops with the randomizer, so you don't have to buy them, and then you can randomize their contents as well.
Fascinating.
But the randomizer works with base game, and I think it might also work with like Lemon Patch or something. But it does not work well with Kaizo.
Okay. I'm assuming Lemon Patch is just like a balancing patch for the base game.
Yeah,
of some
pretty
form?
much.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave abilities to stuff that didn't have it, but it's still like basically the same.
I mean, still when is the next one of these draft leagues? Like, do you guys do it like once a year or something, or?
So we just finished one, and because of a annoying bug that has come up with the addition of new monsters, Tom and Alex, who kind of make the changes to the game predominantly, haven't really had the motivation to pick it back up. Might take them a little bit.
Fair enough.
So it'll probably be a little bit. I am starting a between the seasons unofficial draft league soon. And we'll see how that goes.
Okay. I mean, because I'd be interested in I mean, if there's a while from the next one, it just gives me time to play through the stories
Yeah,
and stuff.
there should be. It'll be a while until the next like official draft league. But I know I'm doing my draft league, and King will be doing one as well, probably sometime after mine. It'll probably be, you know, there will be not huge gaps between things to do, I'm sure. So you'll be
Fair
able to
enough.
kind of jump in where you feel comfortable.
Okay. Do you guys? I'm assuming you use Kaizo Hack for the draft league, or do you use
So
base game?
we have a we definitely use Kaizo, but we have a special Kaizo ROM where we
Okay.
start, you know, the marshals that we have access to from the beginning.
Okay. So you also do you draft for the marshals too?
No, everyone
We
has the
run
same 6
three
marshals.
and 6 marshals,
Okay.
and then we just draft the monsters.
Okay. Cool. So you got to think about like what kind of synergies you want on teams and.
Sometimes you can like there's some teams we can say, all right, we have access to Mai. She's gonna get the most AP, so maybe I want to put a bunch of guys on her that have low AP, and she can kind of boost them. That kind of stuff. You know, you don't want to put someone who needs HP on Joey because he doesn't get a whole lot.
Yeah. Makes sense.
La
But
in the
you can
last
put, like,
draft
some
league,
heavy hitters on it.
in the last draft league, both me and Haviko drafted for like with teams in mind, but we also ended up with random large like monsters left over that we just slapped on Yugi. And yeah, they were very large.
And it worked out.
Yep.
And then I'm assuming it's just whoever makes it the farthest in the game, before they team wipe.
So, not exactly. There's a point-based system. So, you start with 2,000 life points. Every monster death costs you 50, and every martial death costs you 200.
Okay.
So, if you can lose to points and still have monsters left over. But basically, it's whoever has the most points at the end, or whoever made it the furthest with the most points.
Okay.
Normally, someone finishes them.
Oh, so
I don't
people like
know that
actually make it like through what the story, or is
Yeah,
it
I don't.
do they do the story or do they do the is it like the challenge mode?
No, we do the story. I don't
Okay.
think there's ever been a season where at least someone didn't finish. Maybe season 3, because that was the Joey campaign.
Oh, and that was gonna be my next question. You like rotate campaigns for draft league, or is it
We we,
random?
we rotate campaigns. I don't think they'll ever go back to Joey.
No, I could see that being rough. Well, I don't know what the Kaizo version looks like, but
Well,
the regular version was annoying enough.
Well, it's hard, but also because it's so short, it's like we're gonna put in all this work for 10 missions. Hello, King.
I'm here.
Hey King.
Okay, no problem. You want to hop into a call and we can go through what you need to go through?
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Okay, send me an invite.
Actually, we just go into like the.
Oh, into chat too.
Oh, we can do that, or I can just directly call you from DM.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. All right, be back later.
All right, see you guys.
Alright, thanks for the invites. Hello, Thunder. Sorry, I saw you before. There's a lot of talking.
I said a few things like hi or something, and then conversation happened. I went, okay, and I'll wait.
No, yeah, this is my first time like in the server, and
don't
So
worry.
there's a lot of I had a lot of questions about how things are run and um, just making sure I understand the vibe and stuff.
The vibe is interesting.
This isn't my first niche community of niche Discord I'm in, so I kind of get it.
Yeah. You joined today, or
I've been in for a while, but
okay.
I never
So you
like
seem like Ray.
I never finished the like welcome. Like there was like a message at the bottom of it that was like, "Oh, click on this to get access to the rest of the server." And I just never
Oh.
did that for like 2 years because I just like stopped playing the game for a long time. Um, but then I picked it back up a couple days ago, and
Okay.
I needed to update the Kaizo pack to the new version, and I was
I
like,
was
"Oh, I
wondering because you were talking, and I thought you were in Udi, and you said Gazelle, and I went, wait, how do you have Gazelle? I thought they
yeah."
changed it.
Oh, did they
Like,
change that completely?
yes. You're playing the point four. This is point
Oh,
five.
I thought I was playing point five. I didn't make a new save though, so maybe it just like left me with the monsters I had from point two. I was
Uh,
like
It
4 or 5
could
missions in.
if a
because
monster was changed, you'll get the new monster that replaced it.
you get
Um,
Gazelle. Are you
Gazelle
using
is
Kaiba or
no,
Yudi?
Gazelle was not replaced.
Kaizo.
Gazelle was
Oh,
moved to Kaiba.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I mean the things that you had unlocked will stay unlocked. Like the way that
Yeah.
the save works is just that like it'll read the
Okay.
data. It reads the data as if it's like a save for the current version. Even if
There's
it's
an
not.
easy way to check.
So like
Did you start Yudi with Gazelle when you started?
I think I did, but that was back.
Yeah.
I was playing
Yeah.
point 1.2, but like I said, when I updated to 1.5, I didn't restart my save.
So yeah.
So I'm guessing it just like left me with the monsters that I had and then gave me the ones they changed them to too.
So
I'm not
possibly.
really sure.
I don't know how it works because point four you had Gazelle, but in point five they changed it to Karibo and Magical Swordsman.
oh yeah, if you want,
Okay.
yeah,
Raider.
like the the monsters you're supposed to start with are different, but your save will just carry over.
Interesting.
Um,
Yes.
this is
So
like so one of the funny consequences of the Kaizo mod is that they did not change they did not touch challenge mode at all. Um, and so like some of the items got have like different IDs in Kaizo. Uh, so um, one of the consequences of this is that Kaiba in challenge mode now has Life Resorb, um, which is pretty funny.
That is kind of funny.
Uh,
also
Challenge Kaiba fulfilled his dream of beating Yugi.
yeah.
Flame Slicer.
the there's also items that the crate items they were talking about. The opponent could have all three in one monster. Just that something.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's more
Is
than
that how the
three, but
IDs
yeah.
work?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Like there are some monsters that just hold like triple crit items, and they do the funny.
They're not the strongest compared to everything else.
The Scott fight is uh pretty scary, but the rest are not too bad.
Yes, but the one I meant was like the one that boosts spellcasters now the attack. That was like a dual monster. I forgot the name.
I don't know.
Uh, the green, the one that has like a green dress and a spear. Uh,
Um, Guiltia?
yeah. But the mission where it has all, I think, three crit items.
Probably.
It's
Um,
one of them.
I think like
But that one,
yeah, I think this. I think I do think I remember this where uh like this was when they were it was like the enemy team that's holding like uh or it's like the homage to base game Joey or whatever. Is that
Mm,
is that the one?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to finish the game. I started the game, then draft happened, and then I abandoned the game because I was watching draft, and then I went, I okay, and then ignored it.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I like so Pooch wanted me to test out his ROM and I think I played through like the first half of uh like Kaiba campaign or something and then I just
Yeah,
forgot to finish it and now I don't want to finish it.
but you also played that game like 100 times, like in draft or something.
Or like Pooch's ROM. It's like
I know, but I meant your game. Like you played this game so much.
oh yeah. Dude, I've played this game like so I played this game a lot more before I joined the server actually. I think like after I joined the server I um well, I played like a fair amount, but I think less than I did before actually.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I've never played the Kaizo before, but I've like beat like I said, I beat the main like the regular game like half
so
a
this
dozen
is
times. Just
yeah, this is
playing it as
harder.
Yeah, I have a
oh
sa-
yes, it is a lot harder.
I have
It
a
is a
ba-
lot harder.
Yeah,
I have a base game save that like I was using for um like new game plus speed runs, so that's that's how much I played the game. You want to know how many Raigekis you need to fucking do new game plus all stories?
A lot.
I think it's 24, yeah.
Enough that you can basically just obliterate every
encounter.
Geki.
Yeah, like it's it's not a very fun speed run, but so I never actually ran it, but I was like at some point I was like, oh, I have like 15 Raigekis, I might as well get there, and then like if anyone wants to run it, I can send them my save.
Do you only get one Regeki story mode?
Yeah, you get one
Or do you get
Raigeki
one
every time you
Regeki?
clear Yugi campaign.
And you gotta clear all three to let it for it to let you do Yugi.
No, you can just run Yugi on repeat.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't
You just need to
remember.
finish the campaign.
Yeah.
but you still need to do like 24 runs of Yugi campaign.
That sounds horrible. That sounds. I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
I mean, with speed up, it's not the worst. It's like less than an hour for each run, for like each completion. But
Should I be playing with speed up?
speed up makes the game a lot more bearable.
Yeah. But the way that speedo works, I just think I have to press the button for it to go up, and then I have to press the button for it to go down. I
Uh,
don't have like a button to just set it up at specific speed.
On Dolphin, you should have the ability to just unbind.
I tried it. I gave up and just left it a button to keep speeding up, and then a button to slow it down.
Mhm.
Um, which is fine because the movement, when I had the complex movement in Mission 6, that helped.
So
So
one
that's
really
also-
annoying thing about this playthrough is that even though I can, maybe I should have, I guess I probably should have tried out siding with Ethel. I've never sided with Ethel before, so I don't know how it works, but like, if I can get Laura to, like, chase me outside and get beat up by some Steel Watchers, that would actually be doable, whereas the Ethel fight, like, it is literally impossible for me to deal damage to the mushrooms in this run.
How are you? Wait, did you finish your passive, or did you die?
I'm currently doing the pacifist run.
Like, but why are you with Ethel again?
What? Act 3
Are you
Ethel.
teaming up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now, like, I, um, like, chose to side against Ethel, even though I can't, like, actually, uh do the Ethel fight because um like I knew that I could at least get the EXP from these guys.
Yeah.
Uh but maybe I should have tried out like siding with Ethel since I literally cannot complete this route. Um but whatever.
Save. Okay, reload.
Let's see. Where's my last save? Last save was I think that actually is right before I think I'd long rested right before I talked to Ethel.
No, there you go.
So I could. Let's see. How much EXP am I getting from this fight? I'm getting. I'll just see what I get the next time one of these guys dies.
Yeah.
I think there were like 5 of them initially. One of them has died so far. Okay, 250 from each. So 1250 EXP from this fight. That's pretty good. I'll make a save afterwards and see what I get for siding with Ethel.
Don't understand. I'm a pacifist. My friend with the broadsword, however,
Yeah.
he's a different story.
Doesn't matter. You're friends. You're there with association.
Yeah, one of the biggest like XDs about this run is that when you summon ghouls with one of the one of the spells that you unlock in Act 3, the ghouls are AI controlled, so, you know, I'm still a pacifist. It's not me doing it.
Is there like an actual achievement for like a pacifist run? Like not
Nah, I'm just doing this for fun.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was self-imposed or if this was like like achievement hunting thing. Which
No,
would be
I think
crazy.
this is a mod. I don't think.
I already have 100% achievements, so I'm just like doing some rather insane stuff for fun.
Oh god. Oh no, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
Boom.
Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
Okay, so
So,
let's
just
hit.
to go back to the previous conversation, just go to YouTube and search like Draft League. I'll say there's
Alright,
videos
watch.
about it,
Okay.
and just watch, and you'll see if there are people talking because they joined the chat. If you hear like a discussion, random shit, that's the normal experience of draft.
Draft League was
And
like
then
a lot more focused on Draft League for the first 4 seasons, but I think in season 5 because so like the thing is that Tom is probably like by far the most extroverted person in the server, so he is the kind of leading the conversation most of the time. And he got really burnt out when he was making like 1.5, so for the like season 5 Draft League specifically, we're like never on topic. It's always just talking about random whatever else.
Fair enough.
is Monster Hunter or mostly Monster Hunter. Can stream Monster Hunter. Then there'll be Then there's the Marvel Rivals because people started playing Marvel Rivals at the same time. Also,
Like while they were running their draft league.
well, yes. While watching others, they started playing that game, and they got into it. And there's a lot of streaming. You'll see a lot of streaming about that. If you go to what's his name? Graceful.
Graceful Shutdown?
Graceful, that one. I don't know if his videos have like that chat here, but my god, do people just stream at Graceful, him making weird plays, and people just losing their minds.
Man, what the hell is
I don't think
that thing doing here? I saw that red dot on my minimap and I was really confused.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. What was the other one who was really that one they mentioned that Face Off? My god, the crash out was so big, huge. For him, horrible day. For everybody else, laughing, crazy. It was
Gr
so bad.
Wait, face off for who?
I forgot his name.
I don't think Graceful crashed. Did Graceful crash
No,
out on
no,
face off? I don't think he did.
no, no, not him. It was the guy who lost his entire team by the end. I forgot his name.
There. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
The one who, what is his name? Like this guy mentioned it. That he always loses at face off, basically.
Zazen?
I think this is yes.
Okay.
This was the first time he mentioned the guy. Like there's someone who always loses, and this is the first time he beat face off. But I forgot his name. But yeah. But yeah, just watch Draft League. There is a role. Also, there's a role you need to click, so it alerts you whenever they like post at Draft League. So you need like to add yourself on that
Yeah.
role.
Makes sense.
And that's it. And then just play. People take it very seriously.
King especially.
Yeah, but he also
I'm-
like trash talks way too much.
I'm very much cheated just to have fun. Like, I'm very much.
Yes, but people take it.
No, I
because
get that.
Yeah, King definitely enjoys his trash talk a little bit. Oh,
I bet too
okay.
much sometimes. Whereas, like,
So these
he-
guys
it's
side
just making
against
the
me,
person
huh?
mad.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I understand. It's good.
Okay, so
So don't send Joey to do Yugi's job.
Depends. It depends on your teams, really.
My team I had for Joey was not enough to beat Yami Bakura in the trade.
Yeah.
Yami Bakura.
Yeah.
All right, let's try
Yeah.
this again.
I can't wait to record my voice. My God, I'm getting so tired of talking. I only talk like for 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes.
But no, I will be around. Thank you guys. All of advice.
if you want to try out a pretty fun team, so this actually works in base game as well. I just never realized it because like fusion in base game is kind of too much of a meme, so I never really played around with it. But
That is fair.
if you go with Gaia, like the Gaia the Dragon Champion fusion, both Gaia and Curse of Dragon are like super fast. And then Gaia the Dragon Champion, even in base game, is already super fast. So like you can do the combo of like Gaia Armored Zombie and Curse of Dragon, where you basically just go attack, attack, fuse, and then you get to attack twice more before the enemy moves.
That's actually
Yeah, and
hilarious.
it's like it's super insane because like a lot of the time you can just like paralyze two enemies and kill the third before they get a turn.
Oh, paralyze, like blind effects are good, confuse effects are good, but paralyze effects.
Mhm.
I remember before I got like blue eyes, in the base games or Kaiba, I would like run Snake Eyes on his team pretty much the whole campaign, just for the paralyze effect it would get, because you could just basically shut down any problematic monster you didn't want to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armored Zombie has paralyze on hit, which is like it's like
Does it?
yeah, it already had it in base game too. It was like it was one of the
Yeah.
best monsters in base game.
It's that you transform it, so
Yeah.
you technically get it later. But
Yeah, I was
in
about to
Draft
say-
League, since you start with it, it's a level 1 ability.
Yeah.
That's the main difference. That you never notice because it's level like 40.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of in the base game, a lot of them don't get like their secondary abilities for attacks until later levels. So if you
Yeah,
never
so in
level them,
here,
if you never level them up, you don't, you wouldn't even know they did stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I think Armored Zombie just had it like from the get-go.
has a level 1. Yeah, has
Yeah,
a level 1.
it's like it's an insane monster base game.
Yes.
I am not a smart man. I just brute forced my way until I got blue eyes, and like blue eyes, and then Pegasus with like victory box and stuff, and Snake Eyes
Yeah.
and something else, and that was like those were my two teams. I just
Yeah.
four-headed my way through the whole campaign.
Yeah. It's just that's why I also say it's good to watch Draft League because you do learn if you want to one of the videos. Uh, People get very technical and they explain everything, like the dodging, the luck, the how the AI does healing and shit, the targeting, which sometimes just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know how, like the luck and the dodging. Like sometimes it feels like things dodge stuff constantly, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah, so in here they added like pot of greed, which increases your
Yeah.
Pot
luck.
of Greed is just Deal of
And
Phantom.
There was some meme team in one of these levels where like he was running like two people, but those they didn't matter. The one that mattered was the judge man he was running. That was running 3 pots of greed, and I
yeah,
swear I had like a less than 50% chance to hit it.
yeah, I think like 10 luck per, so it's like plus the luck.
Yeah,
And
I
if
don't.
they guard, and I think
I,
if they guard, it increases their luck too.
yeah, I
So
just know that like
besides, yeah,
I struggled more with that one judge man than I did with like the rest of that mission put together.
yeah,
There
and
are
that's honestly
some
with like monsters.
there are some very funny monsters with triple Pot of Greed. Um, I believe the funniest of them all is Moisture Creature.
Which is stupid. That's a horrible idea. That you need a dragon.
Just like, or just any other undodgeable, yeah.
Yeah,
And the illusionary general just
it's
coming
great.
in clutch. Yeah, I
And
don't like. I did not expect him to be just like a staple on my Yugi team. Just going
well,
into it, but
he's always been MVP. Though now
Even in casual
people,
playthroughs of base game, he was pretty good just because he had the like starting at
he's
level
one of the
30.
best. He's one of the best because he still gets like 8 attacks in base game anyway, and here he
I'm
also
back.
gets a humongous amount of
Welcome back,
attacks.
Xenon.
welcome back.
Uh, Later he'll get weaker, obviously, um, compared to some others, but he's still good, super good. So, Xenon, question:
What's
Who
up?
is the who is the guy who always loses at face off?
Zayzen?
Okay. I was just trying to mention that name and I forgot who the fuck it was. Because I was setting to like watch some draft leagues. Did
Alright.
he record it? Or no?
If I make this deal, do I get...
He streamed it. I know that. I don't know if he like.
That's at
How much
some point.
EXP do I get?
I think he had it up on like YouTube.
160? That's it? Yo, lame as hell, what?
Scroll up enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll start to get back to draft league content at some point.
If you want to see like a full on mental breakdown, despair,
Oh my god, yeah, it's so funny.
worst thing that could ever happen. Because he also got crit. He at the beginning he just got crit. Like 10 times in a single fight. He got crit. Really unlucky. And then he just spiraled where he just started making weird mistakes.
Is face off like one of the missions where a lot of people
Yes.
drop on?
Yeah, it's a pretty hard one.
Okay, it's
Besides
like one of the
two
like
blue eyes.
dividers.
It's because the monsters are really strong. Like a lot of them are.
It's because a lot of the teams are strong. So like a lot of missions, you have like one tough team, and then like a bunch of like medium difficulties. Face off, a lot of the teams are pretty hard to beat unless you're like ready. Like if you go in blind, you're probably gonna struggle.
Well, because that's the one where you fight Kaiba or Yugi, right? Depending
Yeah.
on what story mode you're running.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like all of if you're not just facing off against like once, it's a bunch of named characters.
Exactly.
So like they're of course they're gonna take the training wheel.
Yeah. And so for example, Blue Eyes has armor, and three.
Oh, he did. He had it on Twitch. Let's see if it's still up.
Okay, the pace it to him, so he didn't have like an idea of what to expect. I don't think you'll hear us.
Oh, it's still on.
Great. Can you
Okay,
post
yeah.
it? Send it to me later because I actually want to see it again.
Here, I'll send you the link to his Discord or to his Twitch, and it's probably I imagine the most recent video.
Most likely.
Can I get that link to his Twitch too?
Sure, I'll just put it in the.
Is there like a spam?
No, there's a chat here.
Probably not.
So yeah, very good.
Who? Okay, I'm seeing text channels, and then the bottom one is labeled Big P's content corner. Who is Big P?
It's Big P. What do you mean?
So
What
basically,
needs further explanation? It's Big P.
they
Fair
send
enough.
newsletter. They send newsletter.
Okay.
Basically.
He uh
He just makes sense.
he wanted to do he did it for fun for a time, and then I think he just kind of got bored of it.
It had live things too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So if you
I
see
just like all the other like channels
I
are
love
very,
the
very
last-
self-explanatory, but
I love the last little post in Big P's content corner. Hi all, no write up this week. I'm too tired. More or less the same as last week anyways. Land is short. Senpais need to learn what grass is. Obelisk is more absent than my father.
and that's it. That's all you get.
Yeah. So context, very important context.
Okay, am I good
That's
to get rid of this link? You guys have it?
What channel was it in?
It's in the voice chat of this channel.
Yes.
You can put stuff in the voice chat of channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
On the little speech bubble.
Open chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I popped out a player in another window. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna.
That's not it.
I don't use Discord much.
So if you see the
I use it a
So-
lot, but for someone who doesn't uses it a lot, I'm still.
So are you
here we go.
on a computer? Oh, okay.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah,
should be good
you
here.
can remove it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one.
God knows I don't need him wondering why I'm posting his Twitch.
Just tell him you're promoting. You're being a homie.
He wouldn't believe that. I've got a reputation when it comes to him.
Oh, okay. I see.
There was one time I forget who was playing, but I had him muted because I couldn't stand hearing him talk. And apparently I kept
Favor?
cutting him off.
Oh, because you had him muted, you didn't even
Yeah,
know.
because I didn't know he was talking, so I just kept cutting him off. And I forget who it was. I think it was Leia, and had to be like, "Hey, you should probably let him finish his thought." And I was like, "Who?" And they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And like, Zayzen's been trying to talk for like 10 minutes, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I've got him muted."
Oh. Yeah, because he has a stutter, I think.
He's
someone has a
definitely got
stutter.
some kind of speech impediment, where
Yeah.
like, and you know,
Everyone
it
does that.
happens, but like, it's the
It's a fine.
kind where if he doesn't get to finish his sentence, he has to start from the beginning, exactly the way he said it,
Yes,
including like things like or I wonder. Like he can't just jump back in where he got cut off. He's got to start from the very beginning, and it was him and Havoco, who Havoco not nearly as bad, but likes to talk. so it's like the two of them were just going at it, and it's like I could not hear myself think. It was like I just
Oh,
had
like
to
you
mute
muted
both of
them.
them. Yeah, I had to.
You were morally
And then you get,
obligated.
like, Rakurai on top of that, and it's like, all right, it's idiots in triplet.
So what I'm hearing is it gets pretty chaotic in here during Draft League.
It
Yes.
can. To the
Yes.
point where like nobody will fault you if you tell people to shut the hell up while you're playing.
But also, the important thing that happened this season. The best season to join the Discord was this season, really, because they had teams.
I feel like season 4 was the best season.
Oh, since I don't know season 4.
Season 4 was the season in which like people actually still like talked about and watched the game while people were playing.
I don't know. Season 5 had a good amount of that.
Okay, yeah, season 5 did that too. Season 6 was really just where it like went to shit.
It was all just teams, you know, like coaching each other.
Mhm.
So it's just like there was everything felt so calculated to me. It didn't like when like K Fox was playing, like it felt like King was playing. And I know that he didn't actually like do stuff like that, but it felt like they had discussed like strategies and whatnot ahead of time.
I mean, they did discuss the strategies ahead of time and had everything well planned out, but I think it was like it seemed like it was a lot. It was not so much like coaching as much as it was uh like discussing.
Yeah.
Coaching is more like what I was doing.
Yeah. We knew you weren't winning anyway, though.
Yeah.
But hey,
But then you had like season 5 where you had all the crash outs and it was my first season. Like I don't know, season 4 might have been even better. But like season 5 where people didn't fucking know about mission 5.
Yeah.
Everyone was fucking losing, Keith.
Season 4 had some pretty crazy stuff, but I have to say like we might have backseated digital over the finish line.
Fair.
I like we really saw how bad
Only
digital
for him-
was.
Only for him to crash out on mission 2 of the next.
Yeah. That was like I was sitting here like what the fuck happened? Like he didn't seem that bad last season. Then I rewatched like Tom's compilation for season 4 and it's like digital is like going into the fight with the crabs and you can just hear like everyone in the voice chat like telling him what to do. I'm like, oh.
Feels like your average Twitch stream. Well,
There's supposed to be a rule against backseating. Like there's supposed to be like point deductions for it.
That is fair.
But
Suppose if
They're
you have
very
15 different people all
Yeah.
telling you to do different things, is it really backseating at a certain point?
we were not telling
They're usually not telling you different things.
we were not telling him to do different things. We were all like, "Hey, I think we should do this." And then like if it was a good idea, everyone else would be like, "Oh yeah, that's actually really smart." And then he would do it and it would work and because it was actually a good idea. And it's like, "Wait. He's not even really playing the game."
Okay. I do need a little help here. I'm doing Betrayed. Who do I have to make the lead of my team? To
Anyone with a S tier speed will work.
I don't know.
Have you leveled like Karibo?
Ilgrafan, Haribo, Harpies.
Okay. Because I failed with Dark Magician and I failed with Gaia. And like, I do not want to have to keep doing this mission just because I cannot traverse this overworld.
Wait, I
Do,
think Gaia should have worked.
Maybe I didn't send him on a direct route. I'm not.
I mean, if you send him in a straight line right from the get-go, I'm pretty sure he should work.
I don't think Gaia's not an S tier speed, is he?
Yeah, but he's one tier below, but he's got a big circle.
But isn't there a fight in between?
Yeah.
Because he has a big circle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if he,
and I won that fight. Or maybe I lost it. Maybe that's why I didn't.
and then,
Oh.
If you lose that fight, you're definitely not making it.
Yeah. if
you
if you
think
manage to
that
make it into if you manage to make it to the fight, like you'll always make it to the base as long as you win the fight.
Yeah. If you go to the tier list channel and you look at the pinned
yes,
message, there is a listing of all the monster speeds.
Yeah.
I would
So
suggest
like everything in the highest tier,
Jumping in, yeah.
as well as like anything that's in the tier below it, but also has a reasonably large like circle will work.
Or the ability Swift.
Yeah.
If it's B tier with Swift, it's basically A tier.
Yep. It's not just basically; it is A tier.
Yeah.
Speed stat for combat. I'm assuming combat stat.
No,
Oh
no,
wait, no,
not.
this is overworld speeds. Okay,
who
there's a
goes
separate one.
first?
Fastest. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, all the I knew the list aquatic ones because
Yeah, those
from
are
the
slow
base
as fuck.
game they're slow as a trade-off for not being hit by any sort of artillery.
I'll be honest, not a good trade-off. There's like 2 cannons in each campaign.
This is true. There's a few more in the Kaizo, I've noticed.
Not really.
They do. I wasn't sure. It does seem like they stagger them though. They don't double up on them like was expecting them to.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 missions in the Yugi campaign that have cannons.
And one of them you just have to sacrifice one
Yeah.
dude to, and then Kaiba comes in with a steel chair.
Yeah. That is the only canon in the entirety of Kaizo, besides maybe Joey campaign. I don't really know a whole lot about Joey campaign. But that's the only mission where you are forced to take a cannon hit, unless you got aquatic monsters.
Alright, this is what I get for not bringing Tay's team, because Shining Elf would have solved this problem, and I wouldn't be an hour into running the same mission for stupid reasons. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Throw Taya's team. This guy. And we run it.
I need to continue resting. So, see you next time. Hopefully, I recover my voice.
Yep,
Fair
take
enough.
care.
Hope you feel better.
See ya. Alright, so I think I can get the EXP for the pirates by just like doing the same thing I did with Ethel in Act 1. As there's again a bunch of traps flying around, but Ethel, I'm pretty sure the mushrooms that are like far away are like there's literally nothing I can do to them. Um,
Okay. This should work this time. I just gotta send Taya's team out first and then send Yugi out right behind them. Because I am legitimately concerned that if I don't get 2 teams over there, the first one just gets wiped.
That's definitely possible. The big difference in Kaizo versus base is the RTS elements.
That's curious.
You gotta
Oh,
be
is there
quick
a-
and
is-
decisive. Z menu is key.
oh yeah, so
Drag, you're not gonna make it.
you might want to just start over so that you like because there are a couple early missions where this is a thing and like you might have played them on an earlier version where they were not a thing.
You're talking about like movement.
Yeah, like our like overworld stuff.
I mean, have they added stuff from the base game that they didn't have in, or?
Like they like completely reworked some of the earlier missions.
Oh no, I'm talking about like strictly like the Z menu movement.
Yeah, like
Was it changed?
or oh, they did not change the way that you move things.
Okay.
No.
No, because I was only I think I was on like the last mission of the island when I updated the game file. I wasn't very far in at all. But if I don't
Yeah, so
I
like,
don't. If I can move with the Z menu, I will.
yeah,
I abhor dragging stuff around
yeah,
the
yeah.
menu.
That
It's
stuff
so
was
frustrating.
unchanged. I think like the big changes happened on like the big changes on like mission 6 or something. Mission maybe was it 5 or 6?
Um, so 5 is Badlands, so that's the one you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
But the first real like change to the missions would be mission 4. They don't just like straight line at you anymore. That's the water mission where you get Mako.
Oh yeah, I noticed that they like didn't just like bonsai charge, and I'm just like, what is going on? This is not normal.
Yeah,
It's at
they
all.
changed. So that was the big focus of Kaizo, was because like 80% of the missions are either enemy sits one per base and you go to the bases and kill them, or every enemy runs out of the base in a straight line at one spot. So they've changed those to be a little more interesting. So like that one, the mission 4 that you've done, those guys are targeted to only leave the base once Yugi leaves the base and track him.
Oh, is it only Yugi too?
Yeah, which is
I
why
didn't
there's
notice
dialogue.
that.
So there's actually dialogue at the beginning of that mission where Shimon or whoever it is says like, "Hey Yugi, you should be careful." And that's
Something
kind of
seems
like,
fishy. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of like your tip of like, "Hey, Yugi is the focus of these guys."
Yeah, no, I've been very impressed with the Kaizen pack so far. The teams are much more um the enemy teams so far are much more like balanced. You actually like have to think out like team compositions and stuff. You can't really just like forehead your way through with one or two teams. You
I
actually
mean,
have to
you
like
you
put
certainly
that into
can,
play.
but it's like
Oh, that's the
hard.
rip.
At my skill level, I cannot. And um,
I mean
Rip
Xenom's
is better known for using a single team in the last draft league
yeah,
season.
Xenom's like
he
kind of known for this.
he used one team, three monsters, the whole draft.
Pretty much.
So
Xenom's
like
also
he's
kind of like known for doing like two teams like
Hey,
both
I
times.
had 4 teams.
You
In
used
the
two of
last
them.
one. I used 3 of them, and then the Gate Guardian got killed, and I had to panic.
so
I had 4 usable teams.
so his strategy going into this just I'm gonna pick the three monsters I need the most in my first three draft picks, and then I just don't care about the rest as long as I get those three.
Well, we didn't do draft. Like you didn't just pick. We had an
Okay.
auction for monsters.
So the better like S tier monsters would cost more than D tier monsters,
Uh
stuff
huh.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Truly fascinating stuff. Um, I'm very glad there's a Discord for this game because none of my friends played it growing up. So I've just been like in like a tiny little pond of like like just playing through the base game. Like this is starting to get dull,
I feel you.
I was there once.
and just having no one to talk to about it or anything. Like
I that was the reason why I like uh did a little bit of speed running, but I like was never the most serious about that.
I would be curious to see what a fresh save file speedrun looks like. Because like you said, a new game plus speedrun is just Regeki everything.
Yeah, so from a fresh save, you just buy a bunch of attack boosting equips and then press A really hard.
Oh, is that pretty much it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's not the most exciting
It's
speedrun.
really not exciting at all.
they don't even route most of it. Like 90% of the speed runs are for Yugi campaign. Like barely anyone has ever touched Kaiba.
I can see that because like at least from when I was running like as a kid, it always felt like starting as Kaiba was harder than starting as Yugi.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when has that ever stopped speedrunners?
True, true. I always thought it was weird that you got Dark Magician like a third of the way through Yugi's campaign, or like less than that, and then Kaiba's campaign, you like don't get Blue Eyes until like almost the end.
Are you serious? Are you seeing this, Xenom?
What? Sorry.
So,
What happened?
I did the thing where I like set up all of the like the chain of explosions with the trap to blow the guys up, right?
Uh-huh.
You see this alchemist's fire, and see how it's not exploded.
Yeah, that is something.
That
Well, you see, the problem is you put that alchemist's fire on damp wood.
of course,
So
of
that's not
course,
gonna catch.
of course. Yes, it makes sense. Of course. Okay. Thankfully, this autosave seems to be in a pretty nice location, so I don't lose too much time for this. Um, Rather annoying, but it is what it is. You know, maybe the rune powder bomb explosion is big enough to like hit the mushrooms from like across the chasms.
The bomb or the barrel?
The bomb.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure I used the rune powder barrel already against what's his face? Against Ketherick.
Makes sense.
So I don't have the barrel anymore, I just have the bomb.
But how will you commit acts of terrorism without that?
Hmm. Excellent question. Oh, I forgot to summon Shovel.
I forgot what I had my image set to on my profile picture. It doesn't really make much sense with uh the one my main subreddit or Discord with that I'm on with like a bunch of my IRL friends. We're constantly changing around our names on it. Just I don't know why. It just kind of happened. But right now my nickname on it is Jugaholic because we played a game of zombies and I was half in the bag by the end of it, and I bought Jug like 20 times in a single zombies match because I kept going down.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, once you go down the first time, I feel like it's just a chain reaction at that point.
Kind of, yeah. At a certain point, I just like stopped buying it because I just go down before it was like anyway, so it like wasn't really helpful. Jug's number one customer. Tis I. Love AoE attacks. But yeah, no, draft and stuff sounds very fun. I'm going to do my best to. Um, because why would I ever play any of the half a dozen games or dozen games I have in my to play list that I bought on sale?
Of course.
Let me go play through a Kaizo hack of a 20-year-old Yu-Gi-Oh RPG that 95% of Yu-Gi-Oh fans probably never even heard of. It's brilliant. It's
That's how
genius.
that's how you know it's real quality.
It, like for how jank and like how jank the game feels at times, it still is a good game. Like it's fun to play. The animations are good. The character models are good for the most part. Like I can't complain.
I
And then
think you'll
there's just
find
one.
that some of these opinions are controversial.
Are they?
Yes.
When especially people who look at the coding of the game realize that it's not very well coded.
Oh, I'm assuming it's just straight spaghetti code.
it is super
This
spaghetti.
game is made by spaghetti and wishes, and like some duct tape crudely over.
I've played games like that. One of the roguelikes I played a lot in the past couple years called Enter the Gungeon. People literally gave up modding it because the code is so rough that like any amount of modding just like breaks it. It, it's bad. I'm no stranger to um poorly coded junk fests, but they're fun.
Well, that time the chain of explosions happened, but they didn't die. I guess I need to do a bit more finagling with the barrels.
So what are you trying to like MacGyver like chain of explosions to like
Yeah,
force it
so
down so
this
you
is
make
the
it
same way that I
it?
took care of Auntie Ethel in Act 1. Basically, she has a bunch of explosive traps set up in her in her lair. And so if I have my summon walk onto one of the exploding traps, uh, then it'll set off the chain of explosions that I've uh, like
Set up.
set up, and then boom.
That is no notes. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful strategy.
Yeah, as you know, as a wise man once said, people die when they are killed.
No, I really do appreciate though that um some teams in this hack are like really well constructed, and then other ones you can see where the creator just like wanted to try something, so they just like added it. Like this team that like doesn't like on the surface seems weird, and then you realize that Urabe has a dragon's treasure, so it can't miss, and two megamorphs, and that's like the whole gimmick of the team. Exactly how I developed teams when I was 8 years old playing this game. Just stack damaging items on Yugi's team and just sweep everything. And then if I got team wiped, then we actually had to think about things.
I would imagine because it was base game that didn't actually happen too often.
No, maybe like before I understood like action points and stuff because I was really young when I first got this game. But like once I figured out that like oh more stars equals better, like that's all she wrote. I will say though, the first time I got through the second story mode, um, and the final boss pulled out a second Egyptian god, level 90 time to fight, um, that caught me off guard. I was not expecting that.
Uncanny dodge. I see.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Or I guess that'll not
Evasion.
do it in this case.
Or yeah, evasion was the one, but yeah, whatever.
What if we just didn't take the damage?
Yep.
You cannot legally damage me without my consent.
I suppose
Well, yeah,
so.
he did a backflip in the explosion. Therefore, fire could not touch him.
Yeah, makes
The
sense.
wind he generated from that backflip was enough to repel the flames.
Yeah, makes sense. Uh,
That was bad.
alright, well, I don't actually think they can, like, take me out this turn. So I'll just kind of do my usual thing where I leave and then come back and try again.
Something tells me I'm running this mission. We we beat him to Jakab. Um, but I threw his team on Fizdit because shining out super fast. I did not realize the Skull Knight had Dispel. That is bad. Yeah. I think this is gonna be a wipe. I don't. I mean, it's blind, so like, hopefully it doesn't hit me. But like,
Oh, Skull Knight doesn't miss on basics.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's his special gimmick. Oh no.
Oh no, that's one of Skull Knight is cracked. So he doesn't miss on basics. He has a Z move that hits everyone. He's got 2 forms of magic. And he won't have it yet, but very late game he gets status guard as well.
Crazy thing is, the only buff he got was getting status guard.
Yeah.
He was just cracked from the beginning.
In base
Yeah,
game,
you
he
usually only get him in like Joey campaign.
yeah, and you still like you get him at level 1 and you need to level him to like 60 or something to unlock anything. So it's like uh a lot of I feel like a lot of players probably never even realized that he got stuff because like Scott has one at like 50 and it has nothing.
Yeah.
It really just confused. Oh god. I don't want to redo this mission. Damn it. Doesn't even pay to kill it. Even if I could kill it before it obliterates me, the stupid Millennium Golem has my cover. So I guess I'm gonna have to switch up teams. I'm gonna have to build like out 2 teams that can make it here before Bakura can. So when one gets just obliterated, there's a second one there to clean up.
Maybe. There's also better target acquisition. If you know the Millennium Golem has the monster recoveries, then he's probably the one you want to kill first.
Yeah, it's just like it's a wash this time because like maybe if I wouldn't have sent a team of full spirits in against the Spirit Slayer that is Skull Knight,
Yeah.
would have been a different story. But I don't think that's gonna matter.
Understandable.
And it has gifts of the mystical elves. I forgot about that. Oh, definitely. I'm thinking like Shining Elf or something, and then 2 really hard hitters.
That's probably fine. Something with magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe throw like the Shining Elf on Yugi's team, swap it out for like Dark Magician or something. Um, because if I can like, Skull Knight doesn't have status guard yet, so if I can like stun Millennium Golem, it can't heal, and then I can ping it down, and then I can ping down Skull Knight.
Yeah.
What? Wait, Fizz is still alive. Like, oh yeah, it's got 1 person left. Nobody's gonna make it there, so it doesn't matter. I suppose I could just immediately try fleeing and see if that works. The old Hail Mary.
Escape has been nerfed rather significantly.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt. It was so easy to cheese stuff with it back in the day.
Yeah. Um, I feel like I might have been partially responsible for that.
Were you doing some cheese shenanigans and
I didn't do anything in Draft League, but they changed it because like right before I joined Draft League because I was like uh rather notoriously like doing a lot of talking about escape cheesing and whatnot.
that's funny. That's funny. Nothing wrong with a little escape cheesing.
And then after they nerfed it, I then proceeded to like use escape cheese in an unofficial draft, and then it was banned in the official draft league.
Alright, fourth time's the charm. I do appreciate in this game how the story modes are so drastically different. How like Yugi like even though he knows that like most of the people in the world aren't real, he still like cares to an extent. And Kaiba's just like calling people holograms to their face by the end of like the third or the fourth mission.
I mean, to be fair, Marthas is a bitch.
Oh yeah, Martha's actually a bitch. I'm so glad you get to destroy him eventually. Right, back to the where did we go? Tier list. See what else is really fast. Throw a harpy lady on a team. That's all for speed demons. Curse of Dragon would probably make it. It's in B tier. It's got a pretty big box.
Maybe.
I think its box is around the size Gaia's is, and Gaia I'm pretty sure made it. I think it's just because I lost that fight. Anything below that, though, is probably not even worth considering. Shining Elf, I know I have one of the harp, but I think that's it for A tier at this point. Well, apparently
B tier with Swift will work as well.
Okay. I have I don't know the name of that one. I know it's Midgard is its attack though. Let's see here. Let's throw some ideas around. We'll throw.
You don't get that campaign. You still get Ansatsu? He's not on Bakura's team anymore, is he?
I don't think so.
Okay, then that's too bad. That would have been a good one.
We're gonna.
Silver Fang, if you got him leveled up. Silver Fang's actually pretty good.
Do you still get him? I might have missed him actually. Don't you get him in like one of the first missions?
Yeah, he's mission 1.
Yeah, but you gotta walk through. You gotta walk through the right part of the forest. I don't think I.
I think as long as you walk in a straight line, you get him. But I mean, I guess he is technically missable.
Yeah,
he's
you lose
real
the
good in
battle.
Kaizo too.
Okay.
They gave him a very strong Z move. Anything else? Fairy's Gift, maybe? Does Fairy's Gift get Swift? Why do I feel like she does?
I don't.
At level 11,
Oh, maybe.
Level 11 is tough.
I'm assuming like Forest Adept when it says attack speed, defense speed, and lock, that's in combat, not out of combat.
Yep.
Yeah, the adepts are not overworld.
Here we'll try.
Don't get the imps.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of the problem. Is unless it's on like one of the 5 teams I've built, it's not gonna be leveled up. I'm
Yeah.
horrible about shuffling things in and out of teams to level them up. Curse
I,
of
the
Drag.
game also just like heavily punishes you for doing that, but with the color
Yeah.
thing. So like,
Oh yeah, for
uh,
sure.
What about Neck Hunter? You might have leveled him up because you get him pretty early.
I have Neck Hunter. How early? Because there's a chance.
You get
There's
him
a,
in Badlands.
that might have been right before I updated the game, so I don't know if you get him in a past version of the game.
I think you've always gotten him in the same spot.
Okay.
You get him in the same place you would normally get Illusory Gentleman.
Okay, then I probably just missed him. I don't know all the spots. I just kind of go
Didn't
off
you
of
say you
blind faith.
have Illusory Gentleman though?
Yes.
So then you should have him as well.
I'm not seeing him. I also don't remember how I got illusionary. I don't know if you stuck him on your team at some point or
Oh, you
stuck him
know
on
what?
someone's team.
You know what? I guess you might have missed the spawn for it. Because when you because they took Illusory Gentleman and made him one of the starting mons.
Okay.
So maybe the game said these are the starting mons that you should have when you updated and gave it to you. Would be my guess. That's the only way that you should not have him. Do you have Beast of Guilford?
I don't think so.
Okay, because those two would have come at the same time as Illusory Gentleman, so you must have.
Yeah, there must be some weird shenanigans. I updated versions in the middle of a playthrough.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of surprised it didn't just break the whole save file. No, we're gonna go with we're gonna try Curse of Dragon. Um, it at least stated it was a little bit faster than Gaia, so.
Yeah, and you don't need to like.
The second person.
As long as you're sending a faster team 1st, you don't have to worry about like maybe it gets there a little bit after.
Yeah, no, the second team just needs to get like there like after the initial round of combat with Bakura.
Yeah.
Because if Bakura is just like wiping out whatever team I send there, so that's just to skill it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure like I've had instances where like yeah, no, in a previous draft league, I like accidentally sent out the wrong team. And as a result, I was like in like mission 16 or something, and I just randomly had like a level 1 Shadow Spectre, um, like fighting one of the teams, and uh, they might not have made it out of that one alive, but they did get through like the first 2 fights by just spamming guards. So like you can definitely buy a lot of time if you need to.
Well,
on that note, it is midnight. I gotta get to bed.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, man.
Good night. Thanks for the advice. Well, he's gone. No, yeah. I'll throw Harpy Lady on a team just for added speed. This really isn't like this mission isn't so much about like winning everything. It's about like being able to beat Bakura there and then beat him. Like the rest of the battles really aren't that hard in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably get going here. I've got season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen to watch too.
Mhm.
Let me introduce myself. I hope you enjoy this curated selection of goods for all.
No, I will be around now though. Now that I've
Take your
some, I'm glad someone was on because it gave me a chance to pop my head in and say hello.
Mhm.
But Yes, sounds good. You take it easy. I will keep an eye on the sky involving the draft and stuff.
All right.
Should be pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah. People will probably be running some like
unofficial
unofficial
ones.
ones. So yeah, just keep your eye out.
Okay.
If you sign up for the role, you should get pinged for it.
Okay.
And yeah, um, hopefully I'll see you around.
Indeed. I will. I'll be on now. Like I said, I'll hop in and out. This is one of those games where I never like leave it for too long, so
Mhm.
I always come back to it.
Thank you.
But all right, you have a good night then.
Yeah. Good night, man.
Peace out.
Anyway, we can knock your fake.
Okay. I guess I should probably check what the explosion radius is for the rune powder bomb. Cause if it works, that would be pretty legendary. Hmm. Although these ghouls... Oh, I can ungroup them? Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so this chasm's pretty large, but this one's not. So my hope is... Bud... I'm trying to test stuff here. Okay, so... Is that trap which, if triggered, might allow me to set off a chain of explosions? If not, I'm gonna have to reload to get like one of these traps back because apparently flying over them triggered them. I did not realize that. I believe that it should be possible to put a barrel here, a barrel here. They should explode and hit each other. That's pretty close. Rune powder bomb's gonna be necessary here to reach there. This should be doable with just normal explosions. Okay. And don't remember what type of trap this was. Let's just trigger it and find out. Wyvern poison? Did I leave any of these traps untouched? I think I blew them all up. Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Oh, okay. There are definitely still traps. That's good. These... I don't think I can chain... Yeah, no, these ones I definitely cannot chain the... to reach Ethel. It is rather... There is a rather large height gap. Yeah, I can just eat this. Let's see, I think I already have everything. Yep, have everything. Okay. So... I think I have to redo the... Okay, yeah, I think I have to redo the earlier fight and not trigger the traps over here, as those can chain up here, around here, through here, and then it can split off, hit this, Brain Powder Bomb here, hit this, and barrel, yeah, okay. Before I actually go back and, like, test that, let's see if I can. Okay, so there is worm wyvern toxin there. It's just a little bit uh, visually bugged, I guess. And so let's test this out. So we have Rune Powder Bomb. Let's just drink one of these to carry all this stuff. Smoke powder barrels. Many explosions. Ah, fuck. That's not what I meant to press. Alright, whatever. Toss everything on the ground. So I can move it around, so I can actually move things around. Okay, so let's pick up these. See if this one is going to work. Okay, so barrel here. Barrel there. Oh wait, I need to pick up another barrel to place on the opposite side. Okay. Now I should be able to test all these out by just making another save for testing and just like blowing these up manually. If it works, then I will uh, reload all the way back to preserve some of those traps so that I can actually do this for real. Okay. So Okay, that definitely worked. Yeah, that explosion's fucking insanely huge. Um, cool. I did notice that it knocked my barrel back before exploding it, so I might have to get a little bit more creative with my positioning before I blow that one up, but that's good news for sure. And then the other one, uh, ooh, it did not reach. Okay, so here, okay. Uh, in order to make it reach, perhaps I need to do some shenanigans with crates. If I build a tower, like maybe from here and then out here, perhaps perhaps a tower will make it work. Okay, so this save goes back to before I killed those pirates. I think it might even be before I tried to blow them up. Let's see. Okay. This is after I tried to blow them up. Yeah, after, but this peculiar flower is still around. Good. Okay. That means I can kill them still. That's good. Ah, forgot to put on these. Rather important. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. I was trying to counterspell that, but I chose Psionic Backlash instead of Psionic Dominance. Please don't step on the trap. Okay, good. Oh, whatever. There we go. That's the correct one. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay, these regrows are a problem. Oh wow. Managed to kill one of my ghouls, huh? They're probably going to go for this guy next. Not entirely sure though. Yeah, okay, good. Now, let's just... Yeah, not a whole lot to do here. Just keep on doing my thing. This guy's kind of popping off. Okay. Well, looks like he is still going to die, so that's good. Well, Grizzly does not seem to be very good at these saves. +1, yeah. XD. Alright, this time that flower is still available. Very nice. Is there any way to unsummon? Can I just like walk them over a bunch of traps while they die? No, they'll ignore them. Okay. Or they... I don't think they can reach me. Rather. This is okay. Yo! Stop! Stop failing! Holy. That was quite not worth it.
Anyway, we take your pick.
Oh yeah, didn't I want to... Right, I still haven't done the... Still haven't turned in the quest with the exploding toys, have I? Um... How... Where do I go after... Uh... Believe that I'm... Okay, I've definitely looked. I've definitely found the thing in his basement. Uh. But where is he?
Quite sure why you stood up for us like that. But I won't. We're much more interested in the beds and the...
Good thing you.
Uh. Was there something else I was supposed to find in the basement? Do you think I like already triggered all the explosives with Connor, so it should be safe to just walk down here? Hmm. Yeah, how am I supposed to find him? Well, I don't really know what the intended method to do this is, but I'm pretty sure he's in Shares's caress, so I'll just metagame this a little bit. Whatever. Where is this guy at?
Open your mind to new sensations.
Hey, sup, dude.
Nine hells! You've followed me all... Whatever you think, you know. I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't! They would have killed me if I refused to ring the toys. And they're definitely... I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. The teddy bears... But there's more. Smoke powder. Not because I want to, because I don't know who's in charge. Go there. Tell them Uncle Felogia sent you. There.
This plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
You can't be serious. They'll find me. A cell won't keep me safe. They run this city. All right, I'll go.
One should give way.
I wonder if Voss is even there. Like, I didn't trigger uh his camp visit, so he might just not be here. Yeah.
I'm glad you came.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear.
I gave you back your privacy by shutting. Oh, calm. It's silent, but no matter that you have the key to destroy. I, the Orphic Hammer. Surely you realize I'm not a. I want the. Then you will die, along with every other soul in this city. You'll turn on if you see me.
Alright. Now I need to get to fellow gears. Hopefully this will also let me stock up on some more explosives, as I'm going to need quite a lot to set up this chain. I think, let's see, so currently I have Iron Hand Gnomes as a source to buy smoke powder bombs from. And then that's it, I think, so yeah. Fellow gears will be nice. Smoke powder bombs are the only ones that actually hit Raphael though, so can't neglect those. Although, yeah, I think Raphael should, like, I do remember that he does something with Hellfire, so probably will be able to have him blow them up for me. He just has to use his AoE. Oh, that one's locked. Should probably long rest and get my ghouls back and my spell slots back before I go here. Go in. I do believe that, actually, you know what? I think this is a pretty good time to call it. It's been a while. Alright. Fair. Good night, boys.